Forget the Meta Quest 3. Forget the Pro. Forget everything you thought you knew about virtual and mixed reality. Because a new reality is being engineered in the deepest labs of Menlo Park. And it is designed with a singular, terrifying goal: to own the future of computing. This is the Meta Quest 4. It's not just a product refresh. It's Meta's answer to a $3,500 challenge. The leaks, the patents, the internal code names, they all point to a headset that is impossibly thinner, shockingly faster, and profoundly smarter than anything they have ever produced. This is the moment Meta stops playing the game and starts rewriting the rules. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. In this video, we are going to dissect every single rumored feature: the impossible display, the new XR3 chipset, the potential death of the controller, and the rumored price point that could crush every competitor. If you are serious about the future of gaming, productivity, and social connection, you are compelled to hear every word. This is the future of the internet, and it starts here. The design revelation, from headset to goggles. Let's start with the physical. The biggest barrier to mass adoption is comfort. The Quest 3 was better, but the Quest 4 is rumored to be a complete philosophical overhaul. Internal sources suggest Meta is moving towards a design so sleek, so slim, it approaches the form factor of bulky ski goggles. This immense reduction in size and weight is allegedly achieved through two key rumored technologies. First, highly refined pancake optics that flatten the lens assembly, and second, the potential shift of the battery and potentially some compute components into an external tethered puck. Why is this a revolution? Because it shifts the weight off your face and reduces the pressure points, making all-day use, or at least multi-hour use, not just possible, but comfortable. The Quest 4 is rumored to be the first device you don't want to take off. This comfort upgrade is Meta's secret weapon against the friction that stops people from living in the metaverse. The display divide, OLED, PPD, and the Quest 4 Premium. The visual experience is the soul of VR. The Quest 3's LCD screens were good, but the Quest 4 is rumored to embrace OLED display technology, at least in a premium model, codenamed Pismo High. OLED means true blacks, infinite contrast, and colors that pop. It immediately makes the virtual world feel more real. But the real spec war is in PPD, pixels per degree. While the Quest 3 sat around 18 PPD, the Quest 4 is rumored to push this significantly higher, approaching the clarity required for comfortable reading and detailed work. We're expecting a resolution jump to around 2160 by 3840 pixels per eye in the premium model. This is critical. Why? Because it's the threshold where the screen door effect disappears, and the display starts to feel like a window, not a screen. This is Meta's direct counterpunch to the expensive, high-resolution displays of their luxury competitors. They are trying to deliver a $3,000 visual experience for potentially a quarter of the price. The engine of reality, Snapdragon XR3 Gen 3. Powering this visual jump requires a beast of a processor. The Quest 3 used the XR2 Gen 2. The Quest 4 is universally rumored to feature the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 3 chipset, or a newer, custom variant. Industry analysts predict this chip will offer a minimum of twice the GPU and CPU performance of its predecessor. 2 times the power. Think about the implications for developers. Photorealistic graphics, complex physics engines, and true next-generation lighting can now run natively on a standalone headset. This power is also essential for foveated rendering. The Quest 4 is expected to feature eye tracking as a standard or premium feature. Eye tracking allows the headset to only render the pixels where you are directly looking in full resolution, saving massive amounts of computational power. That saved power is then poured back into pushing higher frame rates and richer graphics. The XR3 and eye tracking together are the perfect cocktail for a generational leap in performance that finally closes the gap between standalone and PC VR. The input revolution. The death of the controller. This is perhaps the most radical rumored shift. The Quest 4 is expected to make a major move towards controller-less interaction. This starts with dramatically improved hand tracking, sensitive enough to read subtle gestures for navigation and control. But the true leap lies in the rumored inclusion of the EMG, electromyography, wristband. This device senses the electrical signals from your forearm muscles, translating finger movements and fine gestures into seamless interaction. Imagine scrolling a website, grabbing a virtual object, or even typing, purely by subtle, natural movements of your hand and fingers, without holding a clunky controller. This is the future of intuitive computing. The rumors suggest the Quest May 4th even ship without controllers in its standard version, reinforcing the idea that the headset itself, and your hands, are the entire interface. This is Meta embracing the future of mixed reality as a seamless layer over your real life. Mixed reality, the killer feature and the competition. Mixed reality pass-through was the signature feature of the Quest 3. The Quest 4 is making it indistinguishable from reality. We're expecting dramatically improved color reproduction, reduced distortion, and a higher pixel per degree count for the pass-through cameras. The goal is simple: eliminate the grainy or digital feeling of looking at your real world through the headset. This enhanced mixed reality, combined with the new power and refined hand tracking, means your living room truly becomes your office, your virtual studio, or your multiplayer game arena. This focus on mixed reality is Meta's competitive answer to Apple. Apple priced itself as a luxury professional tool. Meta is aiming for the same capability, photorealistic pass-through and seamless productivity, but at a price point that makes it accessible to the masses. The expected price for the standard Quest 4 is rumored to be in the $500 to $700 range, with the premium model pushing closer to $800. If Meta can deliver this level of technology for under $800, the Quest 4 will not just compete, it will own the entire industry. The final call to action. The Meta Quest 4 is shaping up to be the most consequential piece of consumer hardware released in the next 3 years. It represents the tipping point where virtual reality and augmented reality stop being niche devices and become genuine replacements for traditional screens and computers. The combination of the impossibly sleek design, the power of the XR3 chip, the leap to OLED, and the controllerless future is a profound statement. This is the moment to prepare. This is the moment to decide if you are ready to stop looking at screens and start living inside them. Now, let me know in the comments. Will you pay the rumored price for the Meta Quest 4 Premium if it truly delivers Apple Vision Pro level visuals? Or is the standard model with the sleek design enough? Let us know. And to track every single leak, every new patent, and the moment the official announcement drops, like this video, subscribe to the channel and enable notifications. The future is coming faster than you think. Comfortable reading and detailed work. We're expecting a resolution jump to around 2160 by 3840 pixels per eye in the premium model. This is critical. Why? Because it's the threshold where the screen door effect disappears, and the display starts to feel like a window, not a screen. This is Meta's direct counterpunch to the expensive, high-resolution displays of their luxury competitors. They are trying to deliver a $3,000 visual experience for potentially a quarter of the price. The engine of reality, Snapdragon XR2 Gen 3. Powering this visual jump requires a beast of a processor. The Quest 3 used the XR2 Gen 2. The Quest 4 is universally rumored to feature the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 3 chipset, or a newer, custom variant. Industry analysts